We are the future. We are your future. Although oftentimes we're pushed aside and criticized, we continue to keep our heads held to the sky, all while allowing strangers to pull at the strings of what was once our lives. Labeled as wards of the state, how do you not see that this does nothing but make us seem less than great? Did you forget that we have names, that we are more than just our case, that we are children who deserve to be loved, nurtured, and kept safe? The forgotten kids, that's what we're called, but how have you forgotten that we need life skills to strive as adults? It is so hard to be money-wise when you've had nothing all of your life, constantly switching homes, never once did you allow me a chance for my roots to grow. How do we foster these young minds if we never stay in a placement long enough to consider it a home? Well, I guess we'll just keep pushing until we figure it all out on our own. The forgotten kids, that's what we're called, but I refuse to let you forget, as it has been much too long. I finally found my voice, and it's been growing oh so strong. I found a passion for advocating, and because of this, these kids won't be forgotten. Oh no, not for long. My childhood up until the time that I went into care was very unstable. I remember just never knowing how long we were going to stay in a place. I think there was probably about 2 apartments up until I was 16 that it was just me and my mother living in. Other than that, we always lived with a friend or a family member. I have no clue how many different places I've lived up to the age of 16. But the entire time I was in care, I always had this overwhelming sense of loneliness looming over me and just feeling unwanted.
And a lot of the time we wouldn't have clothes or food or lights in the house. And I just had to do my best and figure out how to take care of my little siblings.
I love you, but I can't do this anymore. I have to go, she said. I'll come back for you. The next day, my sister Brianna left, but she didn't come home. She got the worst from her mom when she beat her. I was scared of what my mom would do to me if I tried to go with my sister. That was the first time we were separated.
I completely lost myself, and I just didn't really have a will to keep going, and I ended up kind of making plans to not keep going.
The abuse my siblings and I faced at the hands of my biological mother's boyfriend was constant. It was too much. It was to the point where the abuse could turn to my younger sister. That's when I knew something needed to be done.
That was definitely the lowest I've ever been in my life. That's where I can say I gave up all hope for any type of future, and I just did not think I would make it to 18. The day I turned 18, they basically told me, that's it, you have to go, give us an address, that's it, just give us the address, we're dropping you off. And I was like, I haven't even been able to leave the house by myself, and you're just gonna take me to God knows where and just bye, that's it. And they didn't tell me anything about the services that I was eligible to receive, and I didn't have anywhere to go.
When I first came out of care, I experienced homelessness, and then finally got back on my own 2 feet, found Florida Youth Shine, and it was seeing that there were other people who have gone through the things that I have gone really showed me oh wow, if they could do it, then why can't I?
Florida Youth Shine is I would say my number one passion, the number one thing that I care about, because those experiences will forever shape me that I had in care. And I know the same for every single youth who enters care, even if it was only for a short period of time. But the fact that I get to advocate for those youth and be that voice that I never had or never knew that I could have there's no better feeling than that. There's no better feeling than knowing you're helping other youth and changing their lives and giving them the opportunity to have a better future and have some type of hope.
Well, everyone always says that we're a family, and we really are. I think you get the chance to watch people truly grow up and develop into themselves and become the best versions of themselves. At the end of the day, all of us only want the best for each other.
Last night, the Foster Youth Advocacy Group, Florida Youth Shine, meeting with members of the Department of Children and Families to discuss the importance of youth advocacy.
What we do is we take our lived experience in care and we fight, really hard to try and change, the foster care system because it really is broken.
I ended up having to go to court, meeting an amazing judge, and he really felt for me. And he said, "Why aren't you enrolled in any of these services?" And I'm like, "What services?" And he told me there were aftercare services like the tuition waiver, transitional housing, PES, and I'm like, what is all of this? Like, nobody had even once mentioned these things to me.
I'm in favor of Senate Bill 272 because it ensures all youth are educated on the laws that are in place and gives the youth knowledge about the resources that they can thrive while in foster care.
And I believe that if youth are educated right away when they enter into the foster care system, they'll know about all the laws, all the protections, and anything that will help them fight against any kind of injustice or any kind of hurt or pain that they may be going through in the foster care system. We know that youth are able to be resilient. They shouldn't have to be, but if they have to, this gives them the opportunity to do so.
This bill just helped me get to where I am today. It's helping me thrive, and it would also, if you pass it, it'll help a lot of other kids.
I am fortunate that I have been able to benefit from so many good laws put in place. This bill will ensure that the future youth in care have the opportunity to thrive like myself by educating and enhancing them on the laws and policies that you all have put in place and empowering them so they can be successful like me. I would like to say thank you all for listening to me and my story and my peers.
Year after year, we've came across the issue of not knowing our rights. I was in care for about 4.5 to 5 years, and I had a younger sibling. Her name is Jenny. We're 9 years apart. I asked could I get visitation with her. I was told no, without any reason why.
I haven't seen my sister in 3 years, and I didn't know that I had rights to ask the court and go see her.
Had I known what my rights were, I would have contacted someone. Had I known who to contact, I would have contacted those people and, look, my rights are being violated. I'm being denied my visitation. How can we fix this?
Being in the foster care system, I was like, I won't be able to do the things that normal kids do, but I'm a normal kid. Just because I'm in the foster care system doesn't mean a difference.
You can't allow your trauma to define you. You either become a victim to it, or you allow yourself to turn it into something beautiful and magical to where other people don't have to live through what you've lived through.
Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion. Like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. This is my fight. song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Starting right now, I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't
All of the successes that I have today, I can attribute to being in foster care. If I wasn't in foster care, I wouldn't be able to go to college on the tuition waiver. I wouldn't be as strong as I am. I wouldn't have the apartment that I have right now if I was never in foster care. I wouldn't be an advocate, which is one of the things that I enjoy most in life, if I was never in foster care. I think that I would not be anywhere near the person that I am today without all of those experiences. So they very much shaped the person that I am, and it's also helped me view the world differently. I have a very big sense of compassion.
Youth can shine with stability.
Youth can shine with support.
Youth can shine with proper mentorship.
Youth can shine with knowledge and connections.
Youth can shine with education.
Youth can shine with knowledge and population.
Youth can shine with happiness.
We can shine with love.
Youth can shine with education.
Thank you so much, Florida Children's First, for impacting my life the way you have, because now it's going to become my mission to impact every single person that I meet in that way as well, and to uplift and change and grow in the way that only benefits myself and everybody around me for ever, like for the rest of my life. Like, yeah.
How will you shine? No, I've still got a lot of fire left in me.